Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about two different topics. One, vegetarian versus meat eaters. So we're going to find out who is actually the healthiest one. Or what should we do in order to be healthy? Are the ones who are vegans the most healthiest? Or is it the meat eaters who are most healthiest? Alright, so let's talk about this. Let's get into it. So, let's start with vegans. Now, vegans, when I first was introduced to vegans was when I was in the Bay Area, when I was living in San Francisco. And I believe it was a little bit after I graduated from, did I graduate or was I, okay, I was in college at the time. And I met this young lady, and she introduced me to veganism. And she introduced me to something that is really hard for me to entertain, let's say it that way, or enjoy, and that is tofu. Now, eating tofu by itself, and you have many people have their own ways of cooking it to make it taste more flavorful to them. No, it doesn't work for me. But let me tell you what goes into tofu. Tofu, also known as bean curd, is a food prepared by collagen soy milk and then pressing the resulting curds into solid white blocks of varying softness. It can be silkened, soft, firm, or extra firm. Okay. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Every now and then I do still eat it, but it's usually in soups or in noodles. That's when I can eat tofu. But other than that, there's a no-go with me. Many people may decide to be a vegan due to animal abuse. Now, many years I used to buy into that. Oh, okay, they're doing it because they love animals and they want to protect them, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But a lot of vegans eat plant-based foods. Where's that coming from? A lot of it's coming from where? Plants. So you mean to tell me plants are not alive? You mean to tell me when they're pulled out of the root, that doesn't affect them? Now there's scientists that say, hey, you know what, by pulling out plants, you actually do not hurt them. Well, this is coming from a human, so I don't know. It could hurt them, it could not, but it's alive. Okay, so let's talk about plant-based. A plant-based diet is a diet consisting mostly or entirely of foods derived from plants, including vegetables, grains, nuts, seeds, fruits, fewer or no animal products. Fewer or no animal products. So sometimes you may actually have products coming from an animal. A plant-based diet is not necessarily vegetarian. So those who eat it is not necessarily vegetarian, but I consider it probably something that is healthy for you, right? So if you think that you actually are getting away from eating animal meat, or sometimes you're probably not. All right. Now, meat eaters, pork, red meat. Now, red meat, in general, red meat, beef, pork, lamb, have more saturated bad fat than chicken, fish, and vegetable proteins, such as beans. Saturated in trans fats can raise your blood cholesterol and make heart disease worse. High blood pressure, hypertension. Okay, so hypertension is a chronic medical condition that affects 1 in 3 adults in the U.S., according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Also called the silent killer. It is a condition where the blood pressure is abnormally elevated. In most of the cases, the condition takes years to develop and people do not notice the symptoms initially. Now, my conclusion is that the best way to actually stay healthy is not to go to either of the extremes, meat only or no meat. I believe, and it's just come from me, that you should have a balance. Maybe for breakfast you eat something without meat, and then lunch you eat something with meat, and then you probably have something with no meat. Or the next day you have something in breakfast in the morning with meat, and the lunchtime meat, and then in evening no meat. So you kind of have a balance along with fruits and vegetables. Okay, I think that's the best diet that you can have instead of going to the two extremes. You got to have a balance. So until then, have a great day.